Hi there folks, Gareth here, and these are the Wraps Wristband Headphones. Pretty sensible set of headphones that wrap around your wrist, like a bracelet type affair. They look quite nice, don't they? There's sort of maybe a rubbery effect here. Okay, on the back we have a silhouetted dude who is obviously wearing a pair, and there's something interesting going on down here, and he's got two sets. Right, okay, so he has some around his wrist and some down there. Maybe one set's for her, but she's got a set already. Maybe he just stole it off her. He's standing behind her somewhat menacingly. Okay, there's a QR code here. They're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And there's obviously a hashtag for all the kids out there to get in on the game. Wear your sound. The packaging's actually quite nice here. There's sort of a magnetic flap on the front. It's all recycled. For £15, it's a lot of effort has gone into this design-wise. These headphones do actually look kind of nice. They've got 3.5mm gold-plated headphone jack, 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz frequency response, universal one-button microphone, and 30. Oh, that's the microphone there. Okay, 10mm titanium speakers, 80 decibels, 1 megawatt sensitivity, and 16 ohm impedance. So there's a bit of blurb about the titanium speakers here and how proud they are of them, and then noise isolating foam tips. Noise isolating foam tips. Okay, these look like silicone tips, but they're noise cancelling. Ah, right. Okay, so there's 6 silicone tips inside. Okay, for you to adjust. They're the headphones, and down the bottom I've already opened it so that I can get past that security seal, and we'll take the headphones out and have a quick look and see what they're like. Okay, so here are these must be the noise cancelling foam tips. I'll just have a quick look, and they're just a bit of foam. They look like they're going to be attracting quite a bit of dust, to be honest. But yeah, they're just foam that you stick in your ear, and it expands and cuts out all noise, although it keeps all internal noise going, and you can hear yourself gurgling as you walk and stuff. Okay, so we have some silicone tips as well. Small, medium, and large. And there's a little inlay here. That must show us how to do the complicated wrapping mechanism, or take part in it. So, right, okay, we have the headphones here, and then you wrap them round as such, and then pull your wrist in. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. All right. That kind of makes sense, I suppose. And you can do it with beads as well. With beads. Oh yeah. Okay. Right. So yeah, there's beads too. There we go. It comes in various different colours. I'll not go through them. There's the spectrum for you there. And then there's 2 colours, black and brown, for the beads. Not too bad. Kind of nice. Plenty of fashionable options for everyone. So the headphones themselves. Okay, so they're kind of nicely wound up and tight, but they're in one piece, which is a bit confusing. Yeah, okay, so there's the 3.5mm headphone jack appears to be attached to the earphones themselves on this bit of plastic here. And I'm guessing I can just pull this apart. There we go. Right, okay, so yeah, that's kind of a nice idea to keep it all tangle free and together. It's a neat idea. So this is the 3.5mm headphone jack. It's gold, obviously. And then there's a bead here as well, which adds a little bit of extra protection to stop the cord from fraying here. That's quite nice. There's a bit of soft rubber around here just to add an extra bit of security there, so it doesn't come apart. But it just depends, I guess, on the soldering inside. But it's not going to fray too easily, which is kind of nice. Yeah, the cord itself it's kind of an odd texture. It's not rubber. It's not plastic. It's kind of just cord, if anything. It doesn't feel like it's going to break or fray too easily. It's quite nice. it's not going to tangle too easily either. And then in line we have a bit of plastic here that doesn't seem to serve much of a purpose at all. And then this is the inline microphone. There's a button on the back here, and then the microphone itself is there in the A. Okay, so it barely noticeable. It's kind of nice. And then we have a couple of little reinforcers for the cable going into the actual microphone unit, and then the headphone cords coming out, which are more corded material, slightly lighter than what's on the main line, but yeah, they're pretty decent. I do like this stuff. It does the job quite well. And then we have a woggle, so to speak, along here as well that says wraps and attaches to the earphones. So we push it all the way down here and it stays down there. The headphones themselves, there's a bit of soft rubber that connects the cable to the main body of the earphone. It feels a wee bit plasticky, but it's actually titanium because it's kind of cold actually. But it should prove to be quite strong, and for 15 quid, you know, who'd expect to have titanium on here? That's a bit unexpected, I guess. So we can take the headphone, or the silicone tip off, and just have a quick peek there. That's the speaker, and it's very standard, but we've run through the specs, so you know what kind of to expect from it. But otherwise, yeah, they're fairly decently constructed little headphones, especially for £15. So we're going to have a go and see if we can wrap it round my wrist here to make sense of the other, I wouldn't say gimmick, but the other method that they have attached here, selling point. So we put that between our thumb and hand, like so, and then we wrap the cord around my wrist. And then we take the 3.5mm headphone jack and we plug it into the connector on the headphones, like so. And that's it wrapped around. So it's we can pull it out, adjust it a little, because I suppose I wrapped it a bit tight, and this one bit is very loose. Yeah, okay, so you can't really pull it round any further, so this is about as far as I can get it. It'll have to go in like this, and I'll just have to adjust it so that it kind of works. I guess you could kind of get used to this. It's not a bad idea. It's actually kind of funky looking. Where are your headphones? Oh, they're on my wrist. Yeah, it's kind of modern. It's very modern. A decent storage method for them, rather than just rolling them up and throwing them in your pocket or the bottom of a bag. And the cord itself isn't rubber, so it's not tweaking on the arm hairs at all. That's kind of a relief, because I did think that was going to be a possibility when I first saw these. But yeah, I imagine these would be quite a popular design, and something of a brilliant stocking filler. Actually, at 15 quid, you can throw them out to anyone or a Secret Santa. These would win. They really are quite cool, and they're easy enough to take off. So I'm liking these quite a bit. Obviously the design that's gone into them is well done. The building materials seem to be quite durable for the money, and it all just depends on the sound now. So we're going to throw it out for review, and we should have a review up in a week or so, to let you know whether or not these deliver the goods when it comes to actually listening to music. So check back on the site in the next week, and we should hopefully have a review for you. Okay, take care now.